Hi, my name is Jessica. Started a channel. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. We're gonna see how this journey goes. Right now, I'm currently watching videos on this, and I don't know if I'm gonna learn anything from it, or if I'm just gonna do my own thing like I normally do. But we're gonna try this out. We're gonna see if I can do this. Are you ready? Are you ready to start this with me? Alright, let's see how this goes. So today, this is my first video, by the way. I was watering my plants. Lots of them. I have lots of them. But I've been watering them and taking care of them, and this is new to me. I don't really like plants. And I just kind of wanted to create a channel that maybe somebody would learn something from, or maybe I learned something from. But yeah, I thought I'd share. So going forward, I will be sharing all of my plants and what I do with them and propagations and so forth. So if you really want to be a part of this and you really want to see this phase going forward, then you're going to need to hit that subscribe button. And if you could for me, just go ahead and in the comments comment that I subscribed, and that would be fantastic. Alright, subscribing is not going to get you a bunch of notifications or anything. It's just for my benefit, and if you want to go and see if I posted any new videos. Alright, anyways, onward and yondward. So the one plant I've really been struggling lately with, I'm trying to break some stuff. I've really been struggling with it, and I don't know if you can see this here. This root right here. It's not very long, is it? And you see that the plant is not in very good condition, and the actual leaf, this is right here, is actually the leaf that was the last one to grow. So if it aborts that, I mean, that is the plant. That is the part that the root is attached to. So I'm a little worried about it aborting this before it does something else. But the root is growing. This is like my third attempt of trying to grow it. And then we're going to put it in some soil. I have two others that actually look very well. Probably because they're not mine. They're my fiance's. I did plant them for her, and I have been making sure that she's on top of watering them. But they're doing much better for some reason. So this clipping actually came from the top of this plant. And don't mind the yellow thing. We're dealing putting snaps lately. Anyways, so it came off of here, and you can tell right here, this is where it actually was clipped from, because when I transplanted it, I didn't realize that it probably just needed more water, and it started to wilt. And so I thought, well, let's just help it out. We'll chop it off, and then I only have one leaf to take care of while it grows roots. This one also has been struggling, but not nearly as bad as mine. It has been in the soil for probably like a month, and I did have a hard time unfurling the leaf. I did have to help it. But other than that, it's definitely going to be a plant soon. The one that actually had the least problem, being transplanted, was actually the one with the least amount of roots. And so I think when that one probably gets about an inch, I'm going to go ahead and put it in some soil and keep it really moist for like the first week. And then we'll let it start drying out on the top before I water it. But, yeah. I'll show you the one that's doing really good though. And I'm pretty sure this is why. Pretty sure it has to do with the root system. So, this one right here. Wow, look at all those leaves. Oh my god, look at all those. Oh, those are nice leaves. Yummy. Alright. Yeah, so those leaves are much better. And you can tell that top one is getting really nice and big. You see in comparison to my hand? Oh, sorry. In comparison to my hand. Yeah, so anyways. It's a lot bigger than the others. And it looks really good. It looks really, really good. So it might have been overwatered a little bit. We might have to let it dry out. But other than that, no, it's really good. It gets really hot in here, so the plants are actually quite used to being really hot, and they don't mind. So that is my project right now, trying to get that to grow, and we will see how that goes. The other thing I'm struggling with, and I'm not really sure what it is if anybody has any guesses, I don't know, we might not know until it gets older. I actually got this plant for free, and it had one leaf when I got it, and terrible root rot, and then the leaf that it had fell off, and so I had no leaves and just roots, and was trying to unfurl a leaf, and that's all I had to grab it by. And this poor leaf probably was crunched a few times for me trying to pull it out by this and hold it by this, but it is growing a second leaf, even though it has terrible root rot, or had. I fixed it. But yeah, so here's the one leaf that I've been carrying it around by, and you can tell, you see the lines in there. Yeah, you see that? That's where it was unfurling and I was picking up and holding it. But this is the newest leaf. You see that? It's a leaf there. It's coming up. Maybe, yeah, no, it's just leaf. So this is the root system we have left. This little dollar store bottle I got. $1.25 store, whatever you want to call it now. $1.25 more store. Anyways. So you can really tell, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I don't think you can really see it. Oh yeah, you can. There you go. You see how it's like fine hair? That is what was left after I ripped off the outside of the root. So the root had this like coating that was very rotten. It stunk really bad. And when I pulled it off, the inside of the root was left, and so I just threw that into some water. I cleaned off some peroxide, hydrogen peroxide first. It's just 3%. Just make sure. Oh, this one doesn't say it on the front. Oh, it does it in the back. But just make sure that hydrogen peroxide. I don't know the dollar store. It don't matter. Just make sure it's 3%. And I will clean the roots off of that just to get rid of any bacteria that is causing the root rot, or had caused the root rot. And I'll go ahead and throw that into water after I've done that. So it is going to survive. It is going to live. They both will live. But they're going to struggle for a minute. So then the third plant that I have today that I want to share with you is, and you can't tell what it is, not even close, because all it is roots and a stem. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this turns out. I feel like it's going to grow something, but maybe not. Maybe it will just rot to death because my dog decided to eat my bear paw. Okay, so this is not a bear paw. No, this is a bear paw, but it doesn't have any bear paws. So this is what's left. I have it in a pill bottle because I don't have anything else for this wide root system. But the roots look good. They look healthy. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the roots. I think it's going to be fine. I hope it's going to be fine. I still have part of the bear paw left. I tied them together, and I'm not really sure if they're growing or doing anything, but they're not deteriorating, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so that's me today. That's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm going through. If you guys have any tips or suggestions on how to keep these plants alive, or how to better propagate them, maybe. I have seen a lot. I've heard a lot, but yeah, I mean, they're doing all right. We're struggling here, but we're doing all right. So I think it's a little experiment that we're gonna see how it goes. And oh, there's one other. Oh, sorry. There's one other. I forgot. There's one other. So this one also has no leaves, and it is a Snow Queen Apothos, and not that you could tell. And it literally is just a node and a root. I went to rip the leaf off, and I ended up ripping the node off. Anyway, the plant was in dire straits. It had root rot as well. Yeah, because we have fungus gnats. So kind of a given hand in hand, right? So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see how it goes. Stay tuned, folks. I'll keep you updated even if nothing's happening. So check in again. Have fun.